Hello, this is Geoff Volker with In-Depth Studies. Today we're in the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 24. Another controversial verse which says, "Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them." Well, there's two things we want to look at. And the second part of the verse we'll address first. If you love your children, you will discipline them. It is hatred for children not to discipline them. Now, we recognize you don't want to discipline them in anger when you lose control, but the bottom line is they need correction. They come into the world guilty of Adam's sin with a bad heart, and they need correction, just as your children. They desperately need boundaries. And for you to, in a kind way, stand behind these boundaries and don't give an inch. But the other thing that we do need to address, which is the first part of the verse, whoever spares the rod hates their children. Now, there is a variety of types of discipline. We understand that. But we live in an age where to physically use physical discipline, spanking, is kind of viewed as cruel, unusual punishment. And of course, obviously, the all-wise God, speaking through Solomon, writing these Proverbs, doesn't agree with that. He thinks that children experiencing pain for their disobedience is not a bad thing. And because he says, whoever spares the rod hates their children. Yes, it's true. There's other types of discipline, but you cannot say that using physical discipline in and of itself is an unloving approach. That is not true. The God who is love says, nope, that is not true. So if you want to check out more of Geoff's thoughts, go to youtube.com. There you can subscribe. Bye-bye.